of that type of architecture that we built, and we said, okay, now we stop
Okay,
this
okay.
type of architecture because we don't have money anymore.
All right,
What,
here's the
which
thing.
which was the last building? You
Oh God, he's still
recognize
going.
those buildings? Okay, they have tall doors because the Tartarian or whatever you call them. Okay, they were giants.
Sorry, what the fuck did you just say to me?
Yeah, they.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what the 24-hour sun in Antarctica does to flat Earth. And it just so happens that MC Toon and Will and that are all on the way, and it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, it's happening. Qevin from Canada has returned after his disastrous appearances on Modern Day Debates and failing to understand how moderation and formats work. He's come here so he can shout at me a bunch. Qevin, hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I admit that it was disastrous because I can't deal with clocks and shit. That's why I decided to come back on your show because you do interrupt a lot, but at least when you're done interrupting, I can come back and talk with what I was about what I was talking about. Like it was completely biased. Like for sure, Toon asked Ryan not to let me talk about what was I was there for, the curving building,
No, he
which
didn't.
we're gonna talk about today.
Yeah, I want to talk about a couple of things first, though. Just one quick thing. When you messaged me yesterday when I was asleep, and you said I was running away whilst I was asleep, what did you mean by that?
Oh, I was just kidding.
Right. That's your version of a joke, is it? I see. Right. So the final experiment, which is being done because flat earthers have asked that for a long time. I want to clarify something with you, Qevin. Do you think that the final experiment is happening because of you?
Well, I made a post about it in Facebook because it's quite a coincidence that I had an idea to go to Antarctica, but my idea was to cross it by land. And I recorded a video that's on YouTube now, but before it was on YouTube, I posted it on your page. It's still there today. And you're tagged in it and you commented on it. So for sure you saw it. Toon didn't comment on it, but he was tagged. Okay. And I was gonna go to Antarctica. I wanted the video. I'm asking to all the globe shills who brag about their money they're making I asked him to put their money together to sponsor me to go to Antarctica so I could cross it by land to win the debate. And that was on July 24th, 2023. And a couple of months later, that a mystery guy, like he didn't reveal himself from the start, Will Duffy, we didn't know who he was. So there was a project, the final experiment, we're going to go to Antarctica. And I posted the clip today of yourself saying, "Oh no, I don't know who's behind Antarctica," and you make a little wink, and just by your face, Jaron and Austin Whitsitt are saying it's clear that Craig knows who it is, and you're like, "Oh no, I just got the same email as you," and it's clear that you lie, which you always do.
No, I literally didn't know who it was.
A couple of, and then when he revealed himself, it's someone that nobody ever heard of in the Flat Earth Globe Earth community. Nobody ever heard of, and lo and behold, you and Toon are the first two person implicated in the project. So I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's quite some coincidence, you get to admit it.
No, it's not really a coincidence. Right.
No, it's
so
not. Okay.
The reason it happened is because of this clip I'm about to play you. There was a bunch of people watching this debate live.
I don't hear it.
Oh, am I not feeding that through to you? Right, sorry, one sec. You should.
Hey, what's the date? I see 23, but I don't see the date.
It's in December.
What?
It's in December 23.
In December, so my video was before that.
And you're not getting that?
Yeah, no, but I mean, my video still was before that, just for the record.
Right, I'll tell you why, because I have not got it coming through to anybody. That's my bad. I was making shorts earlier, and...
But that's not what Will Duffy says, eh? He says that he had the idea when he watched Flat Earth Dave said he would be convinced that the Earth is not flat. Well, that the Flat Earth model, as we know it, won't work if the 24-hour sun is a thing in Antarctica.
Right.
And he said, I posted it in the group.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the things, but this is the main thing that spurred it. That is one of the things, but this is the main thing that spurred it.
This would be easy to prove, but they hide this from us too. All we'd have to prove is go to Antarctica. Let me and you go to Antarctica, spend a week there in the summer, and let's see if the sun does a 360-degree circle all the way around us. If so, it's a ball. But if the sun comes in this way and then leaves that way, then it's not. It is what we say it is. And there's been, they have.
So that's the flat earther, Dean Odell. And
okay,
he basically suggested that exact thing. And that, along with the other people that were saying the exact same thing, spurred Will on to make the final experiment. But I knew nothing about it. I got the same email. I can show the email if you want. I got the same email as everyone else.
Sure,
and I dismissed it in the beginning.
With the date.
Okay, let me get the email.
And that doesn't match Will Duffy's story at all, eh? At all. He said he was looking for a way to prove that the Earth wasn't flat. And then he saw Flat Earth Dave saying that if we see the 24-hour sun in Antarctica...
Yeah, Flat Earth Dave and lots of other people, yeah.
It completely doesn't match
so here we go.
Will Duffy's story.
Right, so the first email I got was this one here. Monday, 25th of March this year. Craig, I'm excited to announce that you've been officially selected to participate in the final experiment. We consider you one of the top globe defenders in the world, blah, blah, blah.
Anything.
Right?
That doesn't
that
prove
was the first contact I had with him.
Yeah, that doesn't prove anything, Craig.
You asked to see it with the date, so why doesn't it prove anything?
Well, but I'm glad you showed me the email because I wanted to see when it was the first contact, well, officially with Will Duffy. But I smell fish. I smell fish all the way. But whatever.
I
Uh,
literally had no idea who Will Duffy was. Never heard of him before.
before the final experiment, no.
Yep, I had no idea who he was.
Okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. No one knew who he was. But I think he's just your front man.
My front man.
Well, that was my
What do you
theory.
mean, my front
Look.
man? I'm nothing to do with the final experiment. How can he be my front
Maybe
man?
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but this was my theory. I think.
What do you think it is that I have anything to do with it? What is my part in it?
Well, I'm gonna show you the video I posted this afternoon.
Yeah, other than like promoting it and stuff, because I think it's a cool idea. And yeah, I winks at the camera and stuff to,
Okay.
screw with Jaren. I do that kind of stuff often.
No, but you saw the video.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. Well, I don't like to share my screen, and it's not on the ready, so I'm just gonna explain what is the video. It's Jaren is live with Austin Whitsitt, and it's a coincidence that it's the two flat earther that's going to Antarctica. They don't know at the time, but Jaren reads the email. And he says, "Yeah, Craig, Jaren, Austin, you're all invited, and to go to the final experiment." And now you can see Craig is like he has a smile, and Austin starts saying, "We can see by Craig's reaction that he knows." But when he starts saying, "We can see that by Craig's reaction," Jaren is saying, "Oh, there's a man behind it," and Craig says, "Oh yeah," like. He knows, and
Yeah,
then
because I was waiting for the announcement like everybody else. I was like, yeah, apparently there's someone behind it, and we're going to find out in the next day or so. I was excited, just like everyone else was.
Sure, Craig. Yeah, it all makes sense. Just the fact that what you say there doesn't make sense, I think my theory holds
In what
water
way does it
more
not
and
make
more and more.
sense?
What?
What doesn't make sense?
What you say there, oh yeah, that you said.
Yeah,
It was.
oh yeah, there's someone behind it, and we're going to find out. I was,
Okay, look,
yeah,
I
I
got
was like,
robot
oh yeah, we're going to
polisher
find
here.
out.
I got
Like,
robot polisher. I'm gonna get the video.
What
okay?
do you think I am to do it? Do you think I'm paying for it or something?
Yeah, I think you took my idea of.
So you think I'm paying for it?
Well, yeah, because it's like an investment because you're gonna.
Dude, do you know how
guys
much
have three
there's
YouTube
like
channels.
6 people going? How would I afford to pay for that? It's like £32,000 for each person, plus another 10 grand
I
for
know,
their
but
gear.
you keep bragging about all the money you make with your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I have a family, and I
Yeah.
feed them with it and buy Christmas presents.
Yeah, that's it. It's to generate more click with the final experiment.
But where do you think I got like a couple of $100,000 from?
Well, with Toon, Will Duffy.
What Toon Toon did fundraising so that he could go. No one paid for him. He raised the funds with like a couple of month long fundraising campaign. Nobody paid for Toon.
This story makes no sense.
What do you mean? What part make the fact that I didn't pay for it makes no sense? You genuinely think that I paid for the
I'm
final
trying
experiment?
to find the video of a robot polisher, but I don't find it. I'm gonna try to find it on my phone because I'm not used to go on YouTube on my computer, but on my phone, I'm gonna find it.
Everyone
Robot
watching,
polisher.
look at the goal in the chat. By the way, you might like that one.
What?
Talking to my chat is fine.
Yeah, you can talk to your chat now because I'm gonna look for the video.
Caucasian Sensation, the Trying Scotsman both became members, thank you very much. And then Monkey Cat Pat gifted a member. Icy Spin 199 says for extra lighter fluid. Yeah, guys, get your marshmallows ready. It's a Rubik's, does her NASA shill thing. Thank you, NASA's watching. And all right, if you've got questions for Qevin, then get them in, and we'll read them after Qevin and I have finished our discussion. Hey, Dark Meta, how you doing?
Yeah, I got it here. I'm just gonna find the spot where you're talking.
Yeah, where I wink at the camera and purposely try to make Jaren and Witsit like confused.
Yeah, I got it here.
I do that shit often. It's fun.
Okay.
But do you genuinely think that I've paid for the how many people are going? There's 4 flat earthers and 4. So you think I've paid for 8 people to go at $32,000 each, plus
I thought it was.
Sorry, what? I can't hear you. Your mic's
Okay,
cut
you
out
hear
or something. Yeah, I can now.
You can, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because I unplugged my my headphones so you guys can hear the phone.
Right. Yeah. So what were you saying? You thought it was what?
I thought it was only one flat earther and one glober that had their trip paid. The other ones are paying. No.
Well, Wills ended up paying for both Jaren and Witsit and himself and Dave McKeegan. And then Toon has fundraised himself. Lizbeth won a trip paid for by somebody else, and then there's another flat earther that's funded himself. But
okay, we're gonna listen to the part that I was talking about.
You're playing it on your phone, right? Okay. Even though
I didn't find it on YouTube on my computer, so.
His name is Abe Lucky. His name is Joel. My dad called me. I immediately knew what he was talking about. Austin, Jared, Craig, all 3 of you are invited to participate in the final experiment, and the man behind the final experiment will be revealed Monday night. Is the man behind it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the fact that Craig is so excited kind of gives it away. In my it gives away that he knows who it is, and it's a Glober. It's an anti-flat earther, but it's all. I mean, all I've got is the email, just like you guys, and I'm just excited about it.
You don't know who it is, Craig.
Not yet. And I maybe misread, maybe I misread it. Maybe I don't know who it is either. So I don't know either. What's it? The James Webb?
Wink.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
You think you were invested in Boston?
You can think what you want.
Right, so do you think then I've paid for like 4 people to go to Antarctica?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's think about it, right? 32 times 4, right? So we're looking at like, 130,000 there, plus 10 grand each for wet weather gear. So let's take it up to 170 grand.
Well, like I said.
So you think that I have just lying around £170,000?
Well, like I said, it's an investment because you guys have 3 YouTube channels that generate clicks with the publicity money from YouTube and the super chats and it's an investment. Make money.
Right. Qevin, imagine this conversation between me and my wife. Hey Emma, I'm going to spend £170,000 sending some people to Antarctica instead of going myself. What do you mean you're leaving and taking the kids?
Okay, I'm gonna say some stuff that happened. Okay, some facts, and you're gonna say if yes you agree that those are facts. Okay, on July 24th, 2023, I've recorded a video that had no title yet. Later on, I put it on my channel YouTube and I titled it "We're Going to Antarctica." I first posted it on your wall, which is still there today. And I tagged you and Toon, and you answered. You saw the post, okay? That was on July 24th, 2023. So far, do you agree? Those are all
Yes,
facts?
those are things that happened.
Yeah.
We had a good
Okay.
laugh at you saying we were going to pay for you to go to Antarctica. Yes.
Yeah, you had a good laugh. Yeah, cool. So a couple of months later, okay, a project is born, the final experiment with the mystery man behind the project. We don't know who it is. And a couple of days before he was going to reveal himself, it's the video that we saw when you're with Jaren and Austin. And they think it's suspicious.
But they think
according
everything's
to-
suspicious. They're flat earthers.
Look, Craig, according to your reaction, which we all saw right there, the wink and the oh
Yep,
yeah.
which I did on
Okay.
purpose. Yes.
I don't know.
Right.
But,
Again, right. Your video was in July. Yes.
2023.
Yeah. What does the date here?
Yeah.
Well, it's March
can
this
see.
year.
Yeah, 2024. My video was 2023, so I don't see the relevance of showing that.
And you think that almost a year after a video of yours that had about 12 views, I was then
views doesn't
contacted by
matter.
somebody that I had no idea who they were. This is the first email I've ever had from them.
Craig, the numbers of views is completely irrelevant. What's important is that you saw the video. And
Yes,
you did
I saw
see
the
it because
video
you
and I
commented
laughed at
on
it and I moved on.
Apparently
The final
you didn't.
experiment is
Apparently you
nothing
thought-
to do
apparently
with
you
me.
thought it was a good idea.
No, we did.
Whatever.
Obviously not, because the final experiment isn't even the same thing that you wanted to do.
I know, because you guys are pussies, so you won't cross Antarctica.
You know, there's actually a disabled girl doing it now on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're crossing with skis. They're. I don't believe they're even there. Like.
Oh, of
if
course you
wanna
don't,
be
because
no,
everything you don't
Craig,
like
Craig,
is fake.
Craig,
Just like
if
you
wanna
didn't
be
believe the
realistic-
photos from Robert that were taken in his
Okay.
cockpit.
Whatever. If you want to be realistic, are you gonna cross a whole continent, a frozen continent with skis, or with a snowmobile like with an habitacle like a car?
Well,
car
they're
on
doing it with skis for
like
the
I said.
challenge. It's a solo crossing, not a
whole
crossing
continent,
on a
whole
snowmobile.
continent. You think that's realistic?
Yes,
Yes.
for people that actually want to do things.
when
Like,
you don't even know where
do you think
you're
it's
going,
realistic that I
you
can do
don't-
1,000 push-ups?
Well, not consecutively, not consecutive.
Do you think I could do 1,000
do-
push-ups in a few hours?
You can, what?
Do you think I could do 1,000 push-ups in a few hours?
In a few? What do you mean in a few? How much?
In 4 hours. Could I do 1,000 push-ups in 4 hours?
Oof. It's quite a challenge.
I did. I already did it a few weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I did 1,010
It's on a-
actually.
It's on YouTube. You did 1,000 push-up in 4 hours.
1,010,
Well,
yeah.
that's-
Yeah. I'm
that's
doing it
good.
again next
If you-
Monday and I'm going to try and beat my time and do an extra 200.
Well, if you did that, I got to admit that it's good. It's a good performance.
But, you know, people push themselves. It hurt me to do that, right? But I did it. It's going to be very hard
Yeah.
for this person to trek across Antarctica, but they're going to do it. But
Yeah. Well, my idea was to cross it. You saw the pictures of the old snowmobile. That the first snowmobile were made, to carry people. They were like mini buses, and they were made to carry people here in Quebec because it was invented by a Québécois, Joseph Armand Bombardier. It is the same who invented the snowmobile as we know it today, the skidoo that we call it. And you know that skidoo was supposed to be ski dog, and a woman made a typo and she wrote skidoo, so it remains skidoo. But the very first snowmobile, they were like mini buses or SUV, if you may, SUVs on skis. So that would be the perfect vehicle to realistically cross Antarctica by land and carry a lot of material, food and stuff.
okay, cool. So get one and go and do it then.
Yeah, yeah. I still have another 50 year to live. Hey, my grandmother turned 100 years old today.
That's
My
pretty cool.
grandmother from England. Yeah, we made a group chat like all the family, and we sing happy birthday. My grandmother from England there. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. 100 years is pretty awesome. Seen a lot of
Hey,
changes.
do you want me to go into the crunch of this debate?
Oh, you
Like
want to talk
I
about
made a
buildings?
post. Hey, when you interrupt me, I can't hear. Eh? I have to stop talking so I
No,
can
I was
hear.
just wondering what it is you want to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. I made the post on Facebook, and I said that I was going to take the curve out of the heads of the glober, which is the only place that the Earth's curve exists, because it's all in your head. Okay, I'm gonna play a clip. It's on the ready. Is it on the ready? Yeah, yeah, it is. So I'm gonna share my screen first. Ooh. Share sound. Oh, yeah.
I should probably tell my wife that I've just spent 170 grand sending people to Antarctica. Do you think she'd be mad at me, guys?
And some of the building were just.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
English is your second language, but I wonder if you can listen to what's said.
Okay. So let's watch this. The question I asked to Toon, I'm gonna ask it to you after, and then I'm gonna make a little example to literally take the curve out of your heads.
built with normal spirit level, but it makes the floor straight. Okay, the level, whether it's a spirit level with a bubble or a laser level, it doesn't follow some curvature. Can you agree with that, Michael?
No.
Okay,
This is your chance. This is where you present evidence. So bring forth the evidence.
Well, just for the sake of the conversation, if you would be able to describe maybe where you don't agree with what he just said there, and then we'll carry on.
Yeah. So say you built a building that was a mile long, from one end to the other, you would have a deviation, and you could measure that deviation from flat. It would be curved.
Yeah, you notice
All
how
right.
he didn't say it would be curved matching the curve of the Earth. Just want to put that out there. He didn't say that it would be curved matching the curve of the Earth.
No, he didn't. So what do you think he meant?
That it wouldn't be completely flat.
Well, he said that on the mile long building, it would follow. Anyway, I talked with Mike after that, and he meant the curve. He meant the curvature of the Earth.
No, he didn't.
Okay. Yes, he did. I can.
No, he
I can,
didn't. I've
show
already
you some
spoken.
posts
We
on
went through
Facebook.
this
Yeah,
debate.
yeah. Oh, I can prove it to you. I can go on Facebook in the group I always post and show you all the posts.
He did not say that the buildings would follow the curvature of the Earth.
Hey, you can stop sharing my screen now.
You could probably do it yourself.
Okay, I can stop here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's say you've got a building 400 kilometers long.
Yeah.
If that
But,
building
hey,
followed,
I wasn't done. I wasn't done. So I'm gonna make my example, and after that you can say whatever you want, because okay, I wanted to have some blocks, but I just moved there, and I have some Jenga blocks at my other house that I didn't move yet. So I'm gonna take bigger blocks. I have some boxes here.
guys, get your facepalm ready.
Okay, let's say this is a block, like a cement block. Okay, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm just protecting my face from the facepalms.
Okay, so there's a it's all okay. Hypothetically, okay. So we can say whatever we want, but it reflects reality anyway. So I can say that this is not cement, this is not concrete, this is some kind of material, some light material, very solid that doesn't bend. Okay, it's light, so and solid, it doesn't bend. Okay, and it's okay. This is a right angle. You agree with
Which
that?
material in
This is
particular doesn't bend at all?
it's a fictional material. It
Oh,
doesn't
right. So
exist.
we're just imagining things that don't exist. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that part we imagine. Okay, so this is you agree that this is a 90-degree angle.
Yes.
Yeah. You agree that this is a straight line.
Yes. Well, I mean, I haven't measured it, but it looks approximately straight. It's probably not completely straight. It's been through packaging. It's got boxes in
I
it.
knew you were gonna say that, but okay, let's say, okay, hypothetically, that it's perfectly straight because it's out of a machine. Okay, it's a manufacturer of block. Okay,
Right. Okay.
to
So
build
we're
buildings.
imagining that it's
Okay.
a hypothetical material that is
Yeah.
completely rigid, has no bend in it at all, and is
Yeah.
completely flat. A material that doesn't exist. But okay. Yeah.
Yeah, for the situation, we can imagine that, okay? And we imagine that the manufacturer, okay, he does perfect bricks, okay? They are perfect. Let's picture, okay, let's imagine that it's the old civilization that were more advanced than us, okay? They were building megalithic structure, okay? And this is a block of I don't know, 10 feet by 5 by 5, okay? So this is our block here. Okay, so this is a perfect line. This is a perfect line on both sides. It's perfectly straight. Okay, perfectly on both sides here, but on the sixth side of the block, it's perfectly straight. Okay, so I start building. Okay, on a solid ground rock. Okay, so I'm sure that my structure won't move. Okay, and I level it here, it's perfectly straight, okay? You agree that if I use a level to make it perfectly straight on a short distance like that, the one block won't follow some curvature, right?
No, if you use a level, it will make it perpendicular to the pull of gravity at that point. Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I was asking. I'm
Well,
asking
that's what
the one.
a spirit
No,
level does. Is it makes something
okay,
perpendicular to the pull of
okay.
gravity?
That's the only time I'm gonna use a level for my structure. Okay, I'm not using a level because you guys say that it's curved, it's follow the curvature. So,
No, I don't.
my goal. Okay, just
I don't
answer
say
the question.
I don't say a
Okay,
level follows the curvature. Tools don't follow the
okay.
curvature.
Look. This is perfectly straight. Okay, now I put it horizontal. It's perfectly straight. I level it. Okay, so that one unique block. Do you think it follow the curvature yet?
Wait, it's perpendicular to the pull of gravity at that point.
That's not my question.
Well, that's the answer though, because it's not big enough to follow a curvature.
Exactly. Okay.
Any
So,
right at that distance, any imperfections in that brick will be greater than the curvature
okay.
of the Earth.
Okay. You answer the question. It doesn't follow the curvature of the Earth. It's straight like that. It's perfectly straight. So I put
Yes.
it horizontal. It can't follow. It can't be curved.
No,
It's
it's
solid. It
perpendicular to the
doesn't
pull of
bend.
gravity. Yeah,
What?
it's
Well, whatever.
perpendicular
It's
to the pull of
perpendicular to
gravity. Yeah.
gravity. The block is not curved. That unique block. Okay. The first block of my structure, which is on solid ground, so it won't move. Okay. Because I want to build a huge building that's going to be heavy. So I'm on solid rock. It won't move. Okay. So I take a second block. Okay. Keep in mind that all the part, all the side, okay, they were made with a machine. The manufacturer is top shell in this category. All their blocks are perfectly straight, okay, perfectly angle of 90-degree, okay, here, okay. So this is a perfectly straight line, okay. They're perfectly straight. Do you agree with that? It's perfectly straight.
No, because there might
No,
be
I
something in
mean,
between it.
what?
You don't know that them going together is perfectly straight. There might be something in between it. How are you going to know that it's touching
Well,
completely.
let's say that it's all hypothetically, Craig. So we can say that there's nothing in between.
Hypothetically, so okay, this imaginary material that doesn't exist would hypothetically, be flat compared to the thing next to it. Yes.
Okay. I know. I decided to use hypothetical material because if I use cement, you're gonna say, "Oh, cement can bend." Hey, I was talking to Toon about the force the line experiment, and he said that on a long distance, the material flexes.
Yes.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Well,
all material
that's why-
has a flex over distance. There's
Yeah,
no
okay,
way
okay,
that the
okay.
force the line could be done.
All right,
the material would flex.
And gravity flexes the structures, eh? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
So
the weight of the structure would.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. So
let
so
me
they
answer the
don't
question.
build-
The
and
weight of
wait
the
a
structure
second.
itself would make it flex, which is a result of gravity.
Yeah, to follow the curvature of the Earth, eh?
Well, to pull it perpendicular to the pull of gravity at whatever point it is.
Yeah, to follow that's what it means, to follow the curvature of the Earth. So what you're saying, it's not the builder that they didn't build the building so it follows the curvature. They just build straight, but it flexes. On a distance, the material flexes, so it stays perpendicular to gravity and follows the curvature of the Earth. Is that what you're saying?
In something like a force the line, it would, but that's not how buildings are made.
Okay, we'll get to force the line later. Okay, let's continue building our structure. Okay, so our fictional material, which doesn't bend, very solid, very light. Okay, and there's nothing in between. There's nothing that stops this for being perfectly straight. Okay, it's a perfectly angle 90 degree. Okay, 90-degree perfect straight line. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you put it horizontal. Just gonna watch because this box is open. You put it horizontal. Okay. It's straight. Okay. It's stuck like that. All right. Okay. Does it curve? There. Let's say it's 20 feet. It's 10 feet each block. Is it big enough to follow the curvature of the Earth?
What's holding it together?
What?
What's holding the two blocks together?
It's super glue that it can't. Okay, let's say that there's an interlocking system. Okay, there's an interlocking system. Clack, clack. They're locked together. Okay, and plus there's some glue, and there's no way it moves. It doesn't move.
So it's a hypothetical magical material that doesn't flex in any way.
Okay, we all know that. Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't flex.
Okay, well, it's now deviating from the curve of the Earth.
It's deviating. Okay.
Yeah, it's very much like LIGO. You are describing a structure very much like LIGO, which deviates from the curve of the Earth. It is flat and not level.
Okay, but on LIGO, it doesn't flex.
No, they designed it specifically so it doesn't flex. By pouring concrete underneath it to stop the flex.
Material flex, but not when you don't want to.
You didn't listen to what I said. They precision poured concrete underneath it to stop it flexing.
Yeah,
they gave it support.
Did you just make that up? Because
no, you can look in the LIGO instructions yourself. You can look at the LIGO description yourself. They spent a long time calibrating it, precision pouring concrete, so that it was completely flat and not level.
Okay. So, what you're saying here is that it deviates from the curvature.
Yeah, it would now be deviating from level. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. This is being realistic. Okay? And this is what I said, that I'm gonna get the curvature out of your head, because the material that you say they flex, that's not true. If you
all materials flex.
What? The material
all
flex?
materials flex. There's no completely rigid material. All materials flex.
They flex, but if you measure them. Like, if I go, okay, at the Sun Life building. Okay, the Sun Life building was built in the 19 something, like the beginning of the 20th century. Okay, it's a whole building in Montreal. If I measure, okay, with a level on the side, you saw my level on the tripod. You can measure like 10 feet over the ground. Okay, you think that the material would have flex with 100 and more year of
Well,
that
buildings
building?
have things called supports, Kevin.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It doesn't flex. It doesn't flex.
The
right?
materials themselves
material-
flex. All the materials
doesn't
flex. And buildings aren't completely flat. They're actually designed to be slightly curved, usually for drainage and stuff and purposes like that.
Here we go.
But nobody is
they are
saying
designed.
buildings follow the curvature of the earth. That is not a claim
Okay.
anybody's made.
But what you said here, it's a claim. You said that the buildings are designed to follow the curvature of the earth.
No, I didn't. I literally did not say
You
that.
did.
I
Okay, you
literally
didn't?
said the
Okay.
opposite of... Do you have problems hearing? Literally nobody
Well,
says
as
that buildings
a
follow
matter
the
of
curvature
fact,
of the
I
earth,
guess I
and
have.
I did not say that.
Okay, maybe I misheard.
Like, I literally said the exact opposite.
Okay, so buildings are not designed to follow the curvature of the earth.
No one's ever said that buildings are designed to follow the curvature of the earth, but they're not going to be completely flat. They will deviate from flat, which is what Toon said to you.
Okay, they will deviate from flat, but is that related with the curvature of the earth?
No one ever said it
No.
was.
Okay, so what do you think he said? Because that's not what he said. Okay?
That's
Because
exactly
I
the
talked
words
with-
he said.
Okay, whatever you want. I've been talking with him and a lot of Facebook trolls, and they all say that the buildings follow the curvature of the earth.
Show me
That's
where it
what they
says. Show
say.
me where we say that. Show me where we say that it will follow
Oh
the
man, it's
curvature of
all
the
over
earth.
the group. It's all over the group you're in. The only group I post, the only flattered group. It's the only one I
Do you not
post
think
because-
that things like, topography would have more of an impact on the building than the curvature of the earth over that distance? What's the
Wait a
biggest
minute.
building in the world, like horizontally?
Wait a minute, I'm not done. Okay, with my example. After when I'm done, we can talk about whatever you want. Okay. So now, what you're saying here, and you're being realistic if the curve exists, because you say that my perfectly
Guys, look at the
straight
goal.
blocks. Can I talk without being interrupted?
Yeah,
just
that
for
was to my
this?
chat. Chill out.
But, well, it's a chat talk, Okay, so that you admitted that, you said that it would deviate from the curvature of the earth because it's perfectly straight. That is reality. Okay?
Yes, it is
The
reality
earth-
that it would
Let-
deviate from the curvature of the earth,
Hey,
correct?
Shut the fuck up.
I was agreeing with you.
Whatever. Okay? Let's say I'm a glober. Even if I thought the earth was a globe, I wouldn't think that the buildings were built or they would flex to follow the curvature of the earth. The building, we build them perfectly flat. If you know how a level works, if you use a laser level, right?
We're a laser level
you
with what
use-
tolerance?
No, but what the tolerance, whatever, it's a straight line.
No,
The
it
laser
has a
level,
tolerance
it's a
as to
straight
how
line.
straight it will be. What's the tolerance?
It's a straight line, Craig.
No, it's not straight. It's straight to a tolerance. It's got a margin of error. What is the tolerance of the laser you're
You
using?
know what is self-leveling? When I put
That
look
laser
at
you're
the little
using
light.
has a tolerance. Look at the instructions for it and tell me what the tolerance is.
Okay, do you remember when I called my guy at the Walt, and you said, "Oh,
Yeah,
he's
the
a
salesman. Yeah,
because-
the sales guy.
Okay, the Walt transferred me to this guy, and they told me if you have something to ask about laser level, you have to talk to this guy.
Yeah, the
And
sales
then
guy.
you
Yes.
said- Then you said he's a salesman.
Yeah, I
and
looked him up.
You said that you were more qualified
Oh yeah,
than this
far
guy
more. Yes.
in laser level.
Oh yeah, I'm an engineer. He's a salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
I'm
you
far
own
more
a laser
qualified.
level?
100%.
Do you own a laser level?
I've used several.
Okay, you don't own a laser level, but you're more qualified that.
Yeah, I don't own a nuclear reactor, but I'm also more qualified in nuclear engineering.
Okay.
No, listen to me, Kevin. Listen to me, Kevin. I do not own a nuclear reactor, but I am far more qualified than you and everybody else watching this to operate a nuclear reactor.
Okay, that's not the same thing. That's
yes, it is the same thing.
Hey, it's worth $100. How much does a nuclear reactor worth?
Several billion. So, can you do me a favor? Tell me what the tolerance is on that laser level.
That's irrelevant.
No, it's not.
Craig.
No, it's not.
Okay.
What is the tolerance?
Okay.
That is your
Okay.
laser
If
level.
you...
I want to know the tolerance on your laser level.
Okay,
I can tell you if you don't want
question.
to know.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think that the laser level curves to follow the curvature of the Earth?
Depends on where you're shining it. If you were shining the laser level...
Oh my God! What? It depends. The laser.
Oh, you know you asked me a question, right?
Yeah.
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 So shh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask it again. Do you think that the laser level curves to follow the curvature of the Earth?
Now, are you gonna be quiet and let me respond?
Yeah.
Depends on where you shine it. Now, let's say you shined it out at sea. That laser would follow the curvature of the Earth because of refraction.
Okay, let's say if I put it on my floor here.
No, it will be mostly flat in your floor to within a tolerance. Exactly. But you will not tell me what that tolerance is.
Well, it's irrelevant.
No, why does it have a tolerance if it's irrelevant?
Okay, enough with the level. I'm going to finish my
well, no, wait, I'm not finished with level. Why is it irrelevant if it has a tolerance?
It's irrelevant to this conversation completely.
It's really not, though. What is the tolerance of your laser level?
It's irrelevant to this conversation.
What's the margin of error that it puts out?
That's why I did. Okay, so this line we agreed. Okay, let's go back to our block.
Oh, we're going back to the imaginary material that doesn't exist. Okay.
We agreed that this line, these two blocks that are interlocked together, that the top is perfectly flat. Okay.
Yeah, the magical doesn't exist thing. That would be in magical imaginary
I had
land.
to make up magic material because you say that materials flex.
Yes, they do.
Make any sense.
All materials have a flex rating. Did you not know that?
And they flex to follow the curvature of the Earth. But when
nobody said that.
It's level. When you measure it, it's straight. But they do flex because you want the curvature to be there.
No one has said buildings flex to follow the curvature of the Earth.
Okay, but material flex.
Yes, all material flexes.
Yeah, the building.
All material has a rating as to how much it flexes. So are you an engineer?
Okay, I'm going to ask you the question.
No, I've just asked the question first. Are you an engineer?
You know I'm not an engineer.
Oh,
but I'm going to ask you.
Am I an engineer? Am I an engineer?
Ask you I don't know.
Yes, I am. I'm a nuclear engineer.
You lie so much, man.
I've never lied once. You just judge me by your own short standards.
You went to Antarctica in a submarine.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to Antarctica in a submarine. You're a black belt, second dan in some sort of karate.
In Shoto karate, yes.
Yeah.
I have been since I was like 12.
You were a pro mountain biker.
Semi-pro.
Oh, semi-pro. Now you say semi-pro because
I've always said semi-pro. Check the posts.
Now you say semi-pro because you know that
I've always said semi-pro. Check the posts.
And I didn't see any record of you. And if you were a pro mountain biker, I would have seen some record of you.
Of course you would, because you know the Bristol semi-pro mountain biking scene, don't you? From the early fucking 2000s. Wait, no, the late 90s.
Hey, I'm not done. So what? Do you want me to get the stats of Maurice Richard? He was playing hockey in the 60s.
Okay, cool.
In the 40s, 50s, and he retired in 1960.
So the local council that organised semi-pro mountain biking tournaments in Bristol
now you say,
from the 90s.
Now you say semi-pro.
I have always said semi-pro. Kevin, wait, Kevin, wait, hold on. I have always said semi-pro. Check our chats.
No. Oh no. Oh
Do you want to make a bet?
You said pro.
Do you want to make a bet?
You were a pro mountain
Do you want to make a
biker.
bet?
Oh yeah.
$200.
Anything.
$200 and it $200 that I said semi-pro and not pro.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You're on bet, and you know I pay when I.
Oh yeah, so you might as well just send that money because I know because I've already seen it today.
Okay.
So everyone saw that. Kevin now owes me $200.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said okay. Now you're saying you're a semi-pro. You were a semi-pro mountain biker because I looked you up on the internet and I didn't find any stats. So now you say semi-pro.
I've always said semi-pro.
Okay. You climbed several mountains.
Yeah, I've climbed the top 3 tallest mountains in Wales. I've climbed 4 mountains in England. Yeah, and did all of that during my naval training, actually.
Which other mountain did you climb?
Climbed Pen y Fan. I climbed the 2 tallest peaks in the Lake District. I can't remember the names of them. I climbed the 2 peaks next to Pen y Fan in Wales during training. It was really cold and snowy when we did the whole thing. Toboggan down Pen y Fan on the back of my backpack. It was fun. Yeah, so I've climbed many mountains in England and Wales.
Okay, and you were a successful musician. When you told me, you didn't tell me I'm a musician. Like I believe you're a musician, but you said a successful musician.
Yeah, I had a record deal. I've written several songs that have been quite popular.
Yeah, quite popular.
In my local community, yeah. I mean, it's not like I was a superstar, but for like a 16-year-old, I was a pretty successful musician, yeah.
Okay, now
and the fact that I'm a qualified, and the fact that I'm a hold on, Kevin, Kevin, and the fact that I'm a qualified guitar teacher is being a successful musician.
Well, being a guitar teacher, you don't have to be a successful musician to teach.
Well, that is being a successful musician. Being a guitar teacher is being a successful musician.
Okay, I keep going. You ran several marathons.
No, I've run a half marathon and a marathon.
Okay, and that when you first told me all that, you were 38 years old, okay?
Yeah.
And you admitted that you were addicted to opioids for 13 years.
No, so I was not addicted to. I was dependent on for painkillers.
Well, that's what you said. It's your own words.
Yeah, but the correct term is dependent on. I was very dependent on opioids for a long time.
Whatever the words, that means that when you were dependent on the opioids, it was because of your injury in the army. That's another thing. You were in the Navy.
Yeah.
You were in the Navy. You had 2 degrees.
Yes, I do have 2 degrees.
And one in nuclear. You're a nuclear engineer.
Nuclear engineering, energy systems, and fission technologies is the full title.
So when you got injured in the army,
Navy,
you said at some point it was in a war. But then we found out.
No, I didn't. I've never said it was in a war.
You weren't at any war.
I never said I was in a war. I've never said I was at war.
You said you were a retiring war vet.
No, I'm a military veteran with a war pension. Yeah,
I have the tweets still.
I'm a military veteran with a war pension.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. Military war vet. That's what you said in the tweet.
Yeah,
then you claim.
But let me clarify with that. Kevin, let me clarify with that, right? Limited to the amount of characters that I can use on Twitter. It was a Twitter account that nobody knew of because it was before I was FTFE. I had no followers on that account. And I clarified in the next tweet that it's a military pension. So, so I never said I was in a war. I have never once claimed I was in a war, ever. I am a military veteran with a war pension.
Okay, on that tweet, it said you were a retired war vet. That's what it said.
Yeah, and then the follow-up tweet clarifies what it was. And
Okay,
bear in mind
but
again,
I
I was
got you
limited
on
to
video.
180 characters. I'm talking. I was limited to 180 characters and in a very low point in my life and stressed whilst I was trying to get the attention of my local MP. That's all that was. I clarified in the very next tweet about my status as a military veteran that gets a war pension. And it wasn't as though it was to anybody because that account had no followers. Okay? So I have never claimed I was in a war. Let's get that straight.
Okay. Because when you were confronted and a person asked you which war you were in, you said, "Oh, the word war slipped because I was high on opioid, which I was highly addicted to for 13 years."
Yes, Kevin, I have just explained that. I was in a very low point in my life. I was on a lot of painkillers. I was limited to the amount of things that I could put in the tweet. So I said war vet because that was all I could fit. And then in the next tweet, clarified that I am a military veteran with a war pension. Of course, you guys always miss that out, don't you? Because you just like to claim that I told everybody that I was in the war. But no, again, that account had 0 followers. So what does it matter?
But I'm getting to my point, okay?
So I've never lied, so you've not pointed out a time that I've lied yet.
For the 13 years, you were highly addicted to opioids.
Yep, very dependent on them, yes.
Can I talk?
Yeah, I mean, if you're just going to attack me personally, I'm going to keep interrupting you.
No, I'm just pointing out that you're a fucking liar.
I've never lied. You haven't pointed out a lie I've told yet.
Okay, so for the 13 years, you were highly addicted to...
yep, highly dependent on painkillers, yes.
Yeah, I guess you didn't climb mountains for these 13 years.
No, that was when I was in the Navy, I climbed mountains.
What?
That was when I was in the Navy, I climbed mountains.
Yeah, so that's not for the 13 years. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? Stop interrupting and listen to what I'm saying.
I'm clarifying, so you carry on.
You're not okay, you're not listening.
Words, they're hard, aren't they?
During the 13 years, you were highly addicted to opioids.
Dependent upon, yes, because they were painkillers, yeah.
Yeah. During these 13 years, you didn't climb any mountains?
No, because I was on painkillers and in a lot of pain all of the time. No. After the Navy, I did not climb any mountains. Let's be clear, since I left the Navy, I have not climbed any mountains. Okay, so just to clarify that.
Yeah, so for the point is, during those 13 years, you didn't do all the shit I said you were doing, going to Antarctica, climb mountains.
No, I did that before. Before that. That was before, before times, in the past.
Hey, man, shut the fuck up. You didn't do your black belt second dan during...
I'd done that when I was like 12.
13 years. Okay, so let's do some math. Simple math. You were 38 years old.
Yeah.
When you told me that you did all that.
Yeah.
Minus 13, you're 25 years old.
Yeah, I was about 25 when I got discharged from the military, around about that, yeah.
Okay. So at 25 years old, okay, you ran marathons, climbed mountains.
Before that, actually. I ran the marathon when I was like 17.
Successful musician.
Yeah.
Black belt.
Yeah.
Going to Antarctica.
Yeah.
Oh, you operated a nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, there's limits. There's limits.
You're judging me by your low standards. That's your problem.
Okay. So let's come back to my example, okay?
Well, no. Sorry, you've just tried to make some claims about me. Let's focus on that. You're judging me by your low standards.
We pointed out the fact that
let's be clear. By the age of 25, I was a black belt second dan in Shotoraya Karate. I had 2 degrees. Yeah. I'd ran a marathon and a half marathon. I'd climbed 7 mountains. I'd been to Antarctica. I'd operated nuclear reactors. I'd been captain of the rugby Navy second.
It's true. I forgot
and
that.
Captain of the Navy cross country team. What else had I done by that time? I was being a semi-pro mountain biker. I played for Bristol Shoguns rugby league team. What else did I do? Obviously, I skipped 2 years of school because they made me miss the last 2 years of junior school because I was smart. Is there anything else? These are all things that I did before I was 25. I'm sorry that you have such low standards and have never been able to achieve anything great. I've done that.
Yeah, I just want to add that I asked you before to see some pictures, and you don't have pictures of anything. Like you're going.
I've sent you quite a few pictures of that. Actually, I've sent you a picture of me with my black belt.
Pictures of record of anything of any sort.
I've sent you pictures of many of these things.
It's a big trust me, bro.
I've sent you pictures of many. Are you hard of hearing? I have sent you pictures. I sent you a picture of me with my black belt.
Yeah, that's the only picture that you sent me that you had the back.
Yeah, so you think they allow me to take pictures whilst operating nuclear reactors? Do you think that's something that they allow?
Or when you're at top of the mountain, when you're in Antarctica, when you're a pro mountain biker, you don't have any pictures.
So you think they allow me to take pictures at a military base in Antarctica? Is that right? Whilst I'm on duty. Also, you got to bear in mind this was the early 2000s. There wasn't things like this that you could just carry around to take pictures very, very easily.
Pictures didn't exist. Okay, man.
No, I didn't say pictures didn't exist, but smartphones, the ease of taking pictures didn't exist. And when you are climbing a mountain in the middle of the Welsh winter, you have to limit the things that you are taking with you. And a camera to take pictures of your training is not one of the things that you do. However, the instructors took many pictures that were put in my records for my instructors, for my superior officers to see. But unfortunately, you were never in the military, so you wouldn't understand how these things work.
Everything makes sense, Mike Craig. Okay,
it makes perfect sense. Again, don't judge me by your low standards.
Okay. Let's get back to our structures, okay?
The imaginary structure, yes. The thing that doesn't exist.
Yeah. You did admit that the perfect straight line here, if I put it horizontal, okay, because it was a straight line.
Yeah, the imaginary doesn't exist thing would be straight, yes.
Interrupted?
Maybe.
I ask you politely, can I talk without being interrupted?
Well, you've just spent the past 10 minutes attacking me. You think I'm going to be nice to you?
Well, is it attacking you?
Yeah, calling me a liar when none of these things are lies.
You said, I'm just stating things that you said you did. Is that attacking you?
Yeah, because you're calling me a liar. You're calling me a liar, aren't you? You're calling me a liar, aren't you?
Your lies.
You're calling me a liar, aren't you? That is an attack.
Okay, so our structure is perfectly flat. Okay, so it doesn't conform.
I mean, do you need to eat your dinner? Are you okay with that, or?
Can I talk?
Apparently, yes.
Okay. So, our structure, which is perfectly flat, okay, doesn't follow the curvature of the Earth. That, you admitted that.
No, it would deviate from it if it was perfectly flat, yes. Like Lego.
It deviates. So, the curvature of the Earth, okay, this is our structure. This is the Earth. You're saying, okay, I exaggerate there because it's just 2 blocks. It deviates. Our structures is straight and the Earth is curved. So it's going like that. Exaggerating. You agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So let's keep building.
The imaginary structure, yes.
Yes. It's imaginary, but you know, when you build a building, you first imagine it. And then you put it on paper and then you build it. Hey?
Yeah, but you know, the architects understand the limits of materials.
It starts in the imagination.
Yeah, but the imagination of people that understand how materials work.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, they understand that material, they flex.
Yes, yeah. Architects are very aware of this fact. Did you know, for instance, that skyscrapers are designed to wobble?
Yeah, for the wind and for the...
Yeah, and how do you think they're wobbling? Because that material's flexing.
Yeah, but they were built like that to not crack when there's a...
Yeah, because the material flexes.
Okay, but they're not going to flex to follow the curvature of the Earth.
Again, nobody has said that buildings follow the curvature of the Earth.
Okay, nobody did?
No, no one's said that.
You want to watch the clip again?
Yeah, Toon didn't say that buildings follow the curvature of the Earth. We went through
there
that.
will be a deviation, it would be curved.
Yeah, but he didn't say it would follow the curve of the Earth.
Hey, which curve? It's
It would just be curved. It would deviate from flat because buildings do.
Okay, so it could curve that way?
It would just not be exactly flat. The
That's
tolerance
not
of
what
the
I
tools
asked.
building it
That's
would
not
not
what
allow
I-
it to be
that's what-
completely
that's-
flat. The material flexing
not
would
what
not
I
allow
asked
it to be completely flat. The drainage considerations would not allow it to be completely flat. It would not
Understand
be
the
completely
drainage.
flat.
We went through that. The drainage, we went through that, but that doesn't, if the floor slopes for drainage, that doesn't follow the curvature of the Earth. So it's completely irrelevant.
Nobody
You
has.
can
Why
bring
do you
it
keep
up.
saying about the curvature of the Earth? Nobody has said that buildings follow the curvature of the Earth.
Well, that was my question. And he said yes.
No,
said
he
it was
didn't say
curved.
yes.
Okay, that's your opinion, but you can.
It's not my
listen to the
opinion.
tip
He
again.
did not say yes. He did not say
Craig.
they follow the curvature of the Earth.
Craig, he's been arguing about that since the debate. and
No,
he's
Kevin.
confirming-
Oh my
yes,
God,
yes.
I've been talking
You're
to Toon
denying
about this
facts.
so much.
You're-
Kevin,
you're
one
denying
sec. Kevin,
facts.
one sec. I've been talking to Toon about this, and we've been laughing about you so much. Neither of us have ever said that buildings follow the curvature of the Earth. That is
Okay.
not a thing that any of us have ever said.
Okay, well, it's perfect because when I asked that to maybe I misheard. Maybe I misheard. Okay, can you stop?
I don't want to damage my face. It's beautiful.
No, it's okay. Well, I'm glad that you say that you and Toon don't say that the building.
Nobody
follow the
says
curvature
it.
of the Earth. Okay, nobody said that. All right, cool. So if I continue building my structure, well, you admitted that it would deviate from the curvature of the Earth like that. So I can keep going, and the third block, if I put it vertical, so we have a perfect 90-degree angle here, and I put a third block, and the line is perfect. So the more my structure keep going, okay, the more it will deviate from the curvature of the Earth, right?
Very much. You are describing LIGO, yes.
Yeah. No, okay. Look. All right. So we agree with that. Okay. I have no choice to invent material that doesn't flex. Okay. Imagine Mario.
If you could do that,
material
you'd win
that
several
doesn't
Nobel
flex.
Prizes, by the way.
What?
If you could invent a material that has zero flex, you'd win many Nobel Prizes.
So what you're saying, okay, to come back with the Sun Life building, I don't know if you know the Sun Life building, but at some point it was the highest building in the Commonwealth. So it was quite a high building, and I go in that building every day, and looks quite straight, and it's built with concrete, and I don't believe that this building flexes in any way. Okay, and
If you got
I
well,
don't know
that's a
why
belief of
okay,
yours. If you can bring
Okay,
me,
but-
if you can bring me
but we
proof
can
of that, that'd be
measure it.
wonderful.
we can measure it perfectly straight.
But bring me those
know
measurements
that,
then.
right? Oh yeah, of course I will. It measures perfectly flat, perfectly straight.
And you will, of course, bring a margin of error analysis, which all measurements have to have.
I'm gonna show you my measurement. But
Yeah,
you
and
know
will that
who
measurement,
won't show me a
Kevin,
measurement? And
will
you
that
know-
measurement,
and you know who
Kevin,
won't
let
show
me ask a
measurement?
question. Will that measurement include a margin of error analysis?
But you know what? And any measurement I bring,
It's a
you're
yes or
gonna
no
find an
question, Kevin.
excuse.
Yes or no? Will the measurement?
It's gonna be my level that shows the building
But
straight.
Kevin, it's a yes or no question. Will your measurement contain a margin of error analysis?
Well, the yes or the no, figure out the yes or the no, because my measurement will be my level on the tripod. On
And
the
your
side
level
of the
has what
building,
tolerance again?
Showing that the building is straight. That
Well,
will,
yeah,
that
but
will
what
be my
tolerance does your
measurement.
level have?
That's the level, okay?
Yeah, but what
Look it
tolerance
up.
does that have?
That's the level. Look
Yeah, but
it
what
up.
tolerance does that
Okay?
level have?
That's the level.
Yes, but
Look
what
it up.
tolerance does that level have?
That's the level.
Yes.
Get up.
What tolerance does it have?
Hey man, t'es un esti de cave. Look it up.
What model is it? I'll ask Lucy.
You have the internet? You have the internet? You found
I've-
out that my expert was a salesman on the South Shore. Find out the tolerance of the level.
Okay, well, what's the model of it? Yeah, just all I see is do what? I can't see anything else. Just tell me what model is.
Just a second.
Hey, Lucy, I'm gonna tell you the name of the laser level. Could you tell me what tolerance it has, please? Yeah, just read. It's your camera's crappy. I can't see it, Kevin. Read out the model number to me.
Anyway, you know who's not gonna
Kevin,
give
hold
you
on.
measurement of
Wait, hold on.
plastic
Could you just
building?
read out the model number to me, please?
Hey,
Sure. Once you're ready, just give me the model number of the laser level, and I'll look up the tolerance for you.
hey, you know what? There's a 1-800 number. 1-800 for.
Yeah, no. I don't want a phone number, Kevin. I want the model number of your laser level.
Yeah. I'm gonna call the number. Yeah.
No, don't phone a number, Kevin. What is the model
I'm not
number
calling
of
now.
your laser
Shut the
level?
fuck up, man. I'm looking for the number.
Kevin, mate, focus on the model number of the laser level. That's what we need. Forget about calling any numbers for now. Just find the model number on the device.
I don't see any numbers anywhere.
Kevin,
No worries, Kevin.
Maybe-
It's your own bloody laser level, dude.
Oh yeah. I have a number on the. Just a second. I can see the number, but
Great. Once you've got the number, just read it out, and we'll get this sorted.
it's N524261112. Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. The tolerance for the N524261112 laser level is typically within plus or minus 1/8 inch at 30 feet. That should give you pretty accurate leveling for your projects.
Sorry, so you said 1/8 inch at 30 feet.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Lucy.
Yep.
I'll just stay on standby if we need you to deal with Kevin. Right, so Kevin, your laser level over 30 feet would not be
I
accurate to
understood
within
the-
1/8
I
of an
understood.
inch.
You don't have to repeat. You don't-
Yeah. So that's the tolerance of your laser level. So what you would do is you would be able to tell us that
Okay.
the building is flat to within that tolerance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Within that
So
tolerance.
what you're
you-
saying is that I could measure if it's flat with this level. That's what you're saying?
To within a tolerance of 1/8 of an inch
Okay.
over 30 feet.
Okay, so we come back with the which tools should I use to measure the flatness or the flexiness of the Sunlight building here in Montreal? Which tools should I use?
Well, not somewhat with less tolerance than that. If you want to get a
Yeah,
perfectly
which tools
accurate.
should I use? You're an expert? You told me you're an expert.
I'm certainly not an
You're an
expert in
engineer.
different manufacturers' laser level specifications.
Okay, but I thought you were an expert in laser level. You were more qualified than the guy who was.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely more
accompanied the
qualified to understand how they work than him.
The company, the wall, transferred me to a guy. They told me that it was their expert. If I had question about a laser level, I should talk to this guy.
He's a
And
salesman.
you told me you told
Right,
me
let's
you were
ask
more
Lucy what she thinks,
qualified
all right?
than
Hey,
this guy.
Lucy, who would be more qualified to know about how laser levels work? Me, an engineer with 2 degrees, or a salesman
own
that
a
works
level?
with them?
Well,
Well-
what's your laser level? What laser level do you own?
Hold on. Kevin, we're asking Lucy a question. Don't be so rude. Sorry, Lucy, carry on.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Craig.
You don't
As I
even
was saying-
own a level.
Kevin, don't be so
can you
rude.
be
We're
more
asking Lucy a
qualified?
question.
Hey, Lucy is not in the debate.
Be quiet 1 second. We're asking
No, I'm
Lucy
not
a
gonna be
simple
quiet.
question.
Why
right?
would I be quiet?
Because
You
I'm
said
asking you
were
to.
more qualified than the
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
that
We're going to
told me
ask
they were
Lucy
the
who's more qualified.
expert.
We're going to see what she says.
You are more. We
Right.
don't give a fuck.
Right.
We can figure
Kevin,
out
just
that you're a moron.
be a good boy and just be quiet 1 second. Sorry, Lucy.
We can
Please carry
pretty
on.
much figure out that you're a moron. You don't even own a laser level, and you said you're more qualified than the
Kevin,
expert
you need to just for 2 seconds. Just shh. Sorry, Lucy. I do apologize. Please carry on.
What the fuck you doing?
Kevin, mate, let's keep it civil. We're just trying to have a quick discussion here. As I was saying, Craig, given your background, you'd likely have a good understanding of the principles behind laser levels. However, a sales rep might be more familiar with specific models and their specs. So it's a bit of both worlds.
Who would know how they work better?
Absolutely, Craig. Your background gives you a solid grasp of the technical aspects, so you definitely understand how laser levels work on a fundamental level. A sales rep might know the ins and outs of different models, but your expertise would definitely shine in understanding the underlying technology.
All right, Lucy, just hang around. Yeah. So Lucy
Hey,
says that
Craig,
I would have a
Craig,
better technical
put your hands in
understanding.
the air like that. Put your hands in the air. I want to see your hands. Okay.
Kevin, let's...
Ask Lucy. I want to see your hands all along. Okay.
Kevin.
What's on the 10th floor of the Sun Life building in Montreal?
I don't
I
have
want to see your
specific...
hands.
Kevin, I'm an AI, so I don't have physical hands to show. Is there something else I can help you with?
Right, Lucy, Kevin wants to know what's on the 10th floor. Let me ask her. Do you want me to ask her or not? Shh. Lucy, Kevin would like to know what's on the 10th floor of the Sunlight building.
Sun Life.
Sorry, Kevin. All right, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Right, what's on the 10th floor of the Sun Life building?
I don't have specific information about the layout or contents of individual floors in the Sun Life building in Montreal. You might need to check with the building's management or look for more detailed resources online for that kind of information.
I don't have to ask anyone because I know. You see, I just fucked up your argument with your AI. Now, don't.
How exactly did you fuck up my argument?
And the AI itself said that the salesman is an expert. Okay, he's not only a salesman.
The AI said that I would know more about how they work. The salesman would know more about specific models.
You would know more about how they work. You don't even own one.
I don't need to own one to know how they work. I don't need to own one to understand the principles upon how they function.
Yeah, okay.
Craig.
So that brings us back to that question, Mr. Expert. Which tool should I use to see if the Sun Life building in Montreal flexes or curves or it's perfectly straight? Which tool should I use? Because my level, apparently, according to our level expert here, it's not the right tool.
Depends which tolerance you want to measure it.
I want to see if the building flexes, follows the curvature of the earth.
No one said it follows the curvature of the earth, though.
Well, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to
Okay,
measure.
but this is what you don't understand. All measurements have a margin of error. So you would only be able to say it is straight to within a margin of error. You wouldn't have, there is no tool that doesn't have a margin of error.
Okay, so what you're saying, we can't measure it. There's no tool to measure.
Not over that short distance, no. You would not be able to know.
Okay,
there is no tool capable of that you would use to measure the deviation from flat over such a small distance.
Okay, but if the building was kilometers long?
Well, depends. You would probably be able to tell that there was a deviation from flat over a couple of kilometers, but you would need to have a tool that was accurate enough to measure that.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
How not?
Well,
Kevin, the point is that when there's more of a curve, it's easier to measure, right?
Yeah, of course, of course. And
Yeah.
when there's none, it's easier to see that there's none.
Well, yeah, but again, you can't measure that there is none with the tool that you are using.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
you now understand that your tool has a tolerance, right? Over 30 feet, it could be plus or minus 1/8 of an inch. That's quite a bit.
Hey, you remember when I went to take measurement at the ice rinks, and you guys were arguing about like it was the curvature of the earth wasn't enough, wasn't pronounced enough, whatever, I don't know the word, but it
The
wasn't
Sagita.
enough. So okay, but first of all, it wasn't the curvature of the earth that I was measuring. That's first. It was because you were saying that ice rink were curved for the drainage. You remember that? And
Yeah.
you strawman the whole debate by like I was measuring the curvature of the earth. You
I never
remember
said
And
that we were
then
measuring the
you said
curvature of the
I was
earth.
humiliated because, and you strawman the whole debate because you didn't have any measurement and I did, and I fucked you up in the debate.
Except
Okay.
that you didn't have a measurement because your tool had a tolerance that couldn't measure the thing that you were trying to measure.
Yeah. Okay. What I was trying to measure.
If there was any curve.
For
Because you wanted to see if it was flat or not.
no. The curve for what? The curvature of the earth or curve
No,
for drainage?
I never said it was the curvature of the earth.
No. You said it was curved for
I said that there's drainage. And
drainage.
the ice swells.
Exactly. Okay. Have you ever put water on a surface and like bend the surface a little bit so the water drains? Okay. If the water drains, if the water goes away,
You know that they can shape the ice, right?
You can measure it with a level. Okay, it's not so small that you can see it with a level. Okay,
Yeah.
the water. If you have a curve for drainage, okay, if the curve it's enough.
Well,
curve
how much
so
is the curve for
water-
drainage?
Hey, listen to me. What?
How much would the curve for drainage be?
Well, there's none on the ice. You said there was one. So how much should it be?
I
Then
said
do
on the ice
experiment.
rinks that in Edinburgh that pop up, they have bits around the edge that are curved for drainage as it goes down to it.
Okay, let's do the experiment. Okay, take a tray. Okay.
Which
You
experiment
take
are
a
we
tray.
doing here, Kevin?
No, you want to do science? Okay, that's.
Well, you
an
wouldn't know
experiment
science if
that-
it kicked you in your vagina.
Look, take a tray, put some water on it. Okay, and it's gonna be.
This
okay,
is not science. This is just playing with water.
Okay, call it what you want. Okay, we're gonna see if it works. Okay, you put water in the tray and you want to drain it. Okay, so you bend the you put the like, okay, you put water here, and you want the water to go here, so you lift the tray like that. Okay, I can measure it with my level. You agree with that?
Depends on the tolerance.
Well, if it's bent enough for the water to drain, you can measure it with a level. I can assure you of that.
No,
And you know
no,
what?
water
No,
will flow down the
no.
very, 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 very small
No.
incline.
Make the experiment. Or call it playing with water. You probably have a laser level since you are an expert in laser
No, I
levels.
don't have a laser level, but I
Oh,
don't
you
need
don't.
to.
Oh, you
I
don't.
don't need to have one to
surprising.
understand how they work better than you.
No. Okay. No, you don't. You don't need to have one to understand.
No, I
how
don't
they
need to
work.
have. Again, I don't need a nuclear reactor to know how they work.
Okay. So now that you admitted that the buildings don't.
Hey, Kevin, by the
curve,
age of 25, how many mountains had you climbed?
why are you talking to people of your chat?
I'm not. I'm talking to you.
To me? I thought
Yeah.
you were saying someone 25. Oh, okay,
No,
at
no.
the age of
I was just
25,
wondering
okay.
for you because you went through all my history. So by the age of 25, how many mountains had you climbed?
I don't know. I don't know. A couple. not
A
high
couple.
mountains.
Which ones? Which mountains had you climbed?
Oh, I don't remember the names. Like, there's so much mountains here in
Oh,
Quebec.
you don't remember the names? Funny, I could remember the names of some of mine. Oh, right. How many marathons and half marathons did you run by the age of 25?
I don't even know if all the mountains have names here.
So, how many marathons or half marathons did you run by the age of 25?
I didn't run any marathons.
Oh, that's
but
silly.
I don't think you ran marathons.
How did you do in
either,
your like semi-pro mountain biking? How did that go?
You know that I whoop your ass in bicycle, any kind of bicycle. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, so how did your semi-pro mountain biking go? Did you get the top ranks?
You're not a semi-pro mountain biker. You're
right. So
that.
just
you didn't go.
What age did you get your black belt in martial arts?
I'd kick your ass, man, and I'm 5'7". I'd kick your ass right now.
So what age did you get your black belt in martial arts? I'm just wondering.
I don't have a black belt, and I kick your ass.
You don't have a black belt.
I'd break your nose with one
at what
punch.
time were you captain of like a rugby team or a cross-country team? When was that? Before you were 25?
I was playing hockey, and I wasn't the captain. That's
right,
real.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you probably
rugby,
chose last for the team then, were you?
What?
So hockey is that it? Is that all you had?
Well, I was playing hockey, baseball, yeah.
Hockey and baseball, the most boring sport in the world.
Well, here in Quebec, when I was young, that was every kid were playing hockey in the winters and baseball.
And you say that you could kick my ass. Why did you start bringing up that you could kick my ass? Why would you say that?
Because you said you're a black belt.
I didn't say anything about fighting you, but why do you think that you could kick my ass, considering I'm 6'1" and bench you for reps? How much do you weigh in kilograms?
Kick my ass, Greg.
How much do you weigh in kilograms?
You could kick my ass.
Kevin, seriously, how much do you weigh in kilograms?
That doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm just genuinely wondering, how much do you weigh in kilograms?
Okay, let's not get there. Okay, let's not get.
Well, no, you're the one that said you could kick my ass. So I just want this. You're the one that said that you could kick my ass. So I just want to know, in kilograms, how much do you weigh?
I don't know.
Well, how much do you weigh in pounds or whatever?
Look, it's completely. You gotta admit, it's completely irrelevant.
Well, no, you're the one that said you could kick my ass. So I'm just really wondering, how much do you weigh? Just give me a rough figure.
Okay, so you think that someone that weighs less than another one can't kick the ass of the.
Well, no, I'm just wondering how much you weigh. Stop making assumptions. How much do you weigh?
Okay, hey, we're not on the topic anymore, right?
Well, this is the topic I want right now because you said you could kick my ass. So how much do you weigh?
If you ever come in Montreal, just come to see me and we'll see.
60 kilograms? 70?
I don't know. We don't even use kilograms here.
Well, how many pounds do you weigh then?
Is this irrelevant? Answer my question. Is this irrelevant?
No, it's not irrelevant. You went through all my history and stuff. So how much do you weigh? Just answer the question.
And no picture of Antarctica when you go to Antarctica.
How much do you weigh?
Of course. I'm not going to answer. I'm not answering that question.
Right, I'm going to say you weigh 70 kilograms. So, yeah, I
whatever.
That's what I bench for 3 sets of 10.
Okay. So
and you
what
think
you're
you
saying
could kick my
is
ass?
That because you're heavier than me, I could beat your ass in a
Well,
in
no,
a fist
I'd
fight.
pick you up and throw you away.
I don't think so.
Kevin, I'm 6'1" and trained by the military. You think you could kick my ass?
Look. I think I could kick your ass. You think you can kick my ass? Let's leave it at that, okay? And let's continue talking about the flower.
You're hilarious, you little hobgoblin thing. You're like a homunculus.
Yeah. Okay, so from there, you said that no one ever said that the buildings were following the curvature of the earth. So what Toon was saying, he was saying that a mile-long building would be curved. That's what he said. But
yeah, he said it would deviate from flat. Yes. No, what he said was it would deviate from flat.
And it would be curved.
Yes, because it would deviate from flat. Yes.
It would be curved.
Yeah, the words he said were, it would deviate from flat. Do you agree with that?
It would be curved. It would.
What were the words that Toon said? What were the words that Toon said?
He said deviate from flat. It
There we
would
go.
be curved.
Yeah, right.
It would be curved.
He said, he said it would deviate from flat. Yeah.
it would be curved.
That's what deviating from flat generally means, yeah.
He said both. That's what I'm saying. He said deviate from flat, it would be curved. He finished
cool.
by
Yeah.
it would be curved.
Yeah, because that is what deviating from flat is. It's curved.
Yeah, okay. So he said it would be curved.
Yeah, he
but
didn't say it would
even
curve to
though-
follow the earth, though.
Even though I was asking him, I was literally asking him, when you build a building with a level, does it follow the curvature? And he said, yeah, it would curve. My long building.
No,
would
you
curve.
did
But
not
he
ask him,
didn't
would it
mean-
follow the curvature of the earth? That's not what you asked him. Do you want to play the clip
Well,
again?
I've said some curvature.
Kevin,
I said
do you
some
not even know
curvature.
the thing that you asked MC Toon? This is your... Oh, to be honest, you have like a memory of a goldfish. You forget what you said 2 minutes ago.
No. I said some curvature. Would it follow some curvature? But we all know that I meant the curvature of the earth. But I didn't say.
Well, unfortunately,
the
none of
curvature
us are mind readers, and you don't have a mind to read.
Okay, let's say the exact word then. Okay, I did say when you build a building with a level, do you think that the building would follow some curvature? Okay. Now
Did
I
you
can
say
tell
curvature
you-
of Earth? No, you did not.
I didn't say that. That's what I thought. Now I'm.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
well,
tell
that's
you.
the thing. We can't see inside your head. I imagine
Okay.
it's dark, damp, and smells slightly of cat wee.
Okay, but whether it's the curvature of the earth or some curvature, okay, Mike answered my question and he said, yes, it would curve. His
Yes.
last word was curve. Yes,
Okay, cool story.
So it would follow, it wouldn't just flex or whatever or not be perfectly flat. He said, yes, it would follow some curvature.
Did
That's
he
what
say
he said.
it would follow some curvature, or did he say it would curve?
It would curve.
Yeah, so he didn't say it would follow some curvature, did
Yeah.
he?
What was my question?
What were the
Would it
words that
follow
he
some
said?
curvature?
What were the words that
I
he
said-
said?
What
Like,
the-
don't
what
put
was
words
the
in
word
his
that I
mouth.
used?
Don't put words in his mouth. Use the words that he said.
Yeah, he said curve. He said it would curve.
Yeah, he didn't say it would follow a curve. He didn't say it would follow the curve of the earth.
Well,
He
my
simply said
question
it would
to him-
deviate from flat. It would curve.
Yeah. My
Right?
question
Is
to
this a curve? Yes.
Okay.
That's a curve.
Let's listen to the clip again. Okay?
Yes,
Because
please. And you
I
can
don't-
point
I
out
don't
where he
think-
says anything about following a curve or the curve of the earth.
I asked him if you build a building with a level, if it would follow some curvature. Okay? And well, the way I asked him, I said, do you agree that it wouldn't follow some curvature? And he said no.
Oh,
He
yeah,
didn't
but
agree.
you missed why he said no. He said he wouldn't agree because it
Okay.
was your turn to give evidence. As in, he wasn't engaging in your question.
Let's listen to the old clip again, okay?
Yeah, and listen
So
to
we
it
don't get
in
confused.
context. Yes, listen to what he
I'm-
says.
I'm-
He
okay,
says,
okay.
no, this is your turn to give
Okay.
evidence.
Let's both shut our mouth up and let Michael and myself talk.
Man,
And some of the building were just built with normal spirit level. But
when are you going to send that
makes
200 quid, by the way?
the floor
Shut the
straight,
fuck up!
Okay, the level, whether it's a spirit level with a bubble or a laser level, it doesn't follow some curvature. Can you agree with that, Michael?
No.
He doesn't agree that it doesn't follow
Yeah,
a curvature.
he is saying no. If you need to listen to the next thing he says, this is your
Okay,
turn
let's
to give
listen.
evidence. He is not agreeing
let's-
with you because he is not engaging with the question. Kevin, your grasp of the English language is terrible.
Oh yeah, let's listen again. Let's listen again.
No, listen to it all,
No, let's
not
listen
just that
again.
little
Let's
bit.
listen again.
Listen
You-
to the
you
whole
think
thing, Kevin.
I struggle
Oh,
in
you
English
dishonest.
for that?
You're running
Let's
away from
listen.
playing the whole thing.
No. Let's listen to it again. We're not done, okay?
I know, Brandon. He's very smackable, isn't he?
Some of the building were just built with normal spirit level, but it makes the floor straight. Okay, the level, whether it's a spirit level with a bubble or a laser level, it doesn't follow some curvature.
Can you agree with that, Michael?
No.
Okay,
This is your chance. This is where you present evidence. So bring forth the evidence.
There we
Well,
go.
just
That is why he said no, because he was not engaging with your question.
Shut up!
No,
It's not done.
I
Shut
know
up.
it's not done, and I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah. So say you built a building that was a mile long from one end to the other.
It's
you
like
would have
English
a
isn't. I know it's your
deviation.
second
You could measure
language,
that
but
deviation from
look at him
flat.
getting
It would
triggered.
be
It's hilarious.
Let's
the other,
listen to
you
it
would have
again
a
because Craig can shut its big.
Oh, I've already
fucking
heard it a
mouth.
bunch of times, dude. It's fine. He
Okay,
doesn't
let's
say
listen to
that
it
it
again.
follows the curvature of the
Can you
Earth.
shut up?
Maybe.
deviation, and you could measure that deviation from flat. It would be curved.
Yeah.
It would be
There we go.
curved.
Yes.
That's what he
Again,
said.
we have said deviation from flat is curved. Yes, that's what that means.
Okay. So my question to him was, is it gonna follow some?
Oh my God, are we
curvature?
just going around
He
in
said
circles? Kevin,
What?
he said no, he wouldn't agree with you
Yeah.
because he wasn't engaging with the question. He's like, no,
No. Okay.
this is your
So
turn to give
that's
evidence.
that's your assumption. That's your assumption. He said no, but not
Yes.
because he disagreed with what I just said.
No,
but
because he wasn't engaging with the
he
question. What is
wasn't
the next thing he
engaging
said
with
to
the
you?
question.
The next thing
And
he said
that's-
to you, you moron,
realize
is that
that-
it is your turn to give
you
evidence.
realize-
He wasn't agreeing with you. He wasn't disagreeing with you. He was not engaging with the question.
Okay. So let's come back to our structure, okay? Because I
Oh
was
God, you
going
jump around a
somewhere-
lot. Look,
okay,
I need a pee.
okay,
Kevin, I need a pee. All right?
Okay.
I'm going to be back in 2 minutes, and you can listen to the hit song "No Dirt in Middle."
The law
Well,
rings up
actually,
to
I'm gonna
make
go
no
pee too.
sense. Perseverance, who cares what words I don't make mean, huh? The law, I don't like yours, so I pick my favorite words. What's real, non-real, super contained, metaverse, first person. Law, meta is an angle, real, fake. It's a soul physical, hit 'em up, chastise every gun bitch that tries to stop me, Tupac. All humans can do is word salad or make up stuff. Disagree versus agree, he's not, it's not around, he's deaf, another deaf one. You can't hear, LOL, not a ball, it's a tear, low, no dirt in the middle. No dirt in the middle, no, 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 no. No dirt in the middle, no, 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 no. No dirt in the middle, no, 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 no. No dirt in the middle, no, 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 no. Low your legs up to make no sense. Perseverance, who cares what words I don't make mean, huh? Low, I don't like yours, so I pick my favorite words. What's real, non-real, super contained, metaverse, first person. Low, meta is an angle, real fake. It's a so physical, hit 'em up, chastise every gun bitch that tries to stop me, Tupac. All humans can do is word salad or make up stuff. Disagree versus agree, it's not round, he's deaf, another deaf one. He can't hear, LOL, not a ball, it's a tear, low, dirty middle. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, to make no sense. Perseverance, who cares what words I don't make mean, huh? Low, I don't like yours, so I pick my favorite words. What's real, non-real, super contained, metaverse, first person. Low, meta is an angle, real fake. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. Low, dirty middle, no, 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 no. No, dirty middle, low, dirty middle.
Gotta love it. Thank you, Democ. All right, we'll go for a little bit more, and I've got a whole bunch of questions for you, Kevin.
Yeah, okay. So now that we established that Mike didn't say that the building were following some curvature, even though it's clear that he did say it, but let's assume that he didn't. And no one has ever said that building were following the curvature of the earth, whether it's the way they're being built or whether it's because they flex to follow the curvature of the Earth. No one has ever said that.
No.
No. Okay. So when they flex, it's not to follow the curvature of the Earth. They just flex.
Yeah, the weight of the materials makes it flex, yeah.
Okay. So, in a way, because of what you're saying here, okay, let's come back to our structure, okay? If I got two blocks, okay, two 10 by 5 by 5 blocks, okay, but with a material which exists, okay, let's say concrete, okay, and we have our 2 blocks here. Do they curve at 20 feet long?
They wouldn't be completely flat. If a bunch of concrete bricks stuck together wouldn't be completely flat.
I said 2, not a bunch.
Well, how are they connected?
They are connected like with cement. They are perfectly flat, perfectly stuck. Do you think they will flex?
Well, just
2 blocks like that, they will flex?
Depends on the forces applied to them.
They're on solid ground. Like
yeah, depends on the forces applied to them.
Depends on what?
Depends on the forces applied to them.
The forces? What do you mean the forces? The gravity?
I'm speaking English, Qevin. It would depend upon the forces applied to them.
Okay. Well, okay. Which choice do I have? Which force are you talking about?
Drive a tank over those concrete bricks. They're gonna flex.
Okay. So you're saying that we're gonna make that experiment. Okay.
You're gonna drive a tank over some concrete bricks.
What?
You're going to drive a tank over some concrete bricks?
Well, I'm going to make the experiment like to see if they flex. You know I like to...
And how are you going to measure if they flex?
What?
How are you going to measure if they flex?
Well, I'm going to measure it.
Well, what forces are you going to apply to them to make them flex?
Well, how would you measure it? How would you measure it?
I wouldn't, because that's a stupid thing to measure. It'd be too small.
It would be too small, so we can't see it. We can't see it nor measure it, but it's there. That's what
all materials flex. With forces applied, materials flex.
All materials flex. Okay.
Yes.
So the 2 bricks, they will flex.
With forces applied to them, yes.
Yeah? What's your source on that?
What's my source on the structures of materials and their flexing rating?
No, on the 2 blocks of cement, like 2 cinder blocks, 2 normal.
If you apply enough force to those blocks, they will flex. If you apply enough force to one block, it will flex.
Yeah, what's your source?
The fact that cement isn't like solid diamond or something.
Okay, but
cement breaks apart relatively easily.
What are you basing that on? You want me to believe
Are you trying to tell me that you don't think there's any force that can be applied to a concrete block to make it flex?
Which force? Which force? You mean gravity? Which force?
Depends what you're doing. What force? It could drive a tank over it. That's going to apply a force.
Give me examples of forces.
A tank driving over the cement blocks will apply a force to them. They will flex.
Okay, let's say it's a building, and I'm starting a building, and those are the 2 first blocks, okay? There's no tanks that's going to go there, okay? So which force do you mean? Which force?
Well, just sitting there. They're not just going to flex on their own for no reason.
All right. We got something. All
just
right.
Those 2 sitting on the floor.
Now you're being realistic. You're being realistic. That it's reality. They won't flex. The two bricks together, no force acting on it.
If there's no force, but there's always forces acting on something.
Yeah, like the air.
Well, the force created by gravity.
So that the forces, that's what you said.
There's never a time where there's no forces being applied to something.
Okay, so just 2
right,
bricks.
Qevin, right, hold on, stop. Do you understand that materials have something called a flex rating?
I don't know. Show me a link. Send me a link about the flex rating.
Oh God, I'll have to send you a whole bunch of engineering diagrams and stuff, like materials that you can literally rate how much they flex.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can
this
send me a link that...
is a tungsten carbide ring, right? It's got an extremely low flex rating because it's so brittle. It's the second hardest material on the planet, right? But under enough forces, it will still flex.
Okay, you're going somewhere we don't need to go, okay? You just admitted that the two bricks that are there, if there's no tank passing over it, they won't flex, they will stay perfectly flat, okay, together. You admitted it.
Okay, well, what about if it starts getting hot? If it starts getting hot, the bricks will flex because cement is actually quite reactive to temperature.
So it will flex.
Yeah. Yeah. What if you apply a bunch of heat to cement, it will warp and flex,
let's say it's not hot. Let's say it's not hot. Okay?
Oh, so we're just removing everything then?
No, we're not removing.
Are you saying there's never any temperature variations? Because there's always temperature variations. No, it doesn't have to be extremely hot. Any temperature variation would change the molecular structure of the blocks and make it warp slightly.
Do people really believe that you're intelligent?
Well, people know I'm intelligent.
Yeah, okay. So, it's not
I understand the composite of materials and material structures and stuff.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying that the heat can make the cement flex. So I'm saying...
Yeah, heat warps cement quite a lot, yeah.
First of all, I'm saying there's no tank passing over it. There's no heat that day.
There is always temperature variance.
Okay, but that day it's a 10 degrees. Okay, there's no heat. Okay,
there is always temperature variance throughout the day.
Okay, but that day it's 10 degrees.
No, it's not 10 degrees all day. That doesn't happen. There's temperature variance throughout the day. There's temperature variance as sunlight goes into things and puts energy into them. There is not a constant 10 degrees exactly that never changes. Okay. There is a temperature variance all of the time.
So you've said that heat could flex the cement. Okay, the cement
a change in temperature will change the molecular structure of the bricks.
Yeah, okay.
And how the molecules are acting.
That day I'm making my experiment, it's 10 degrees. So heat is not a factor.
Is it 10 degrees all day from night to, is it 10 degrees for the entire 24 hours?
Look, if I go over a lake to observe, like let's say the skyline of Chicago, I have to wait a clear day. If
my chat think I'm intelligent.
Okay, if there's fog, I'm not going to go observe Chicago over.
Has anyone ever told you you're intelligent?
Why are you always interrupting people? Why
it's fun.
Are you doing that?
Has anyone ever told you that you're intelligent?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Who?
The teachers. The
teachers never told you you were intelligent. They told you were special.
Yeah. Okay, Craig.
Yeah, special isn't intelligent.
Why are you always interrupting people?
For this reaction.
Okay. Let's say, okay, for my example, if I can finish at some point, okay? It's just
you've been waffling for a long time about imaginary things. Nah.
Okay. If I have the intention of going to observe the skyline, the famous skyline over Michigan Lake of Chicago.
Wait, we've gone from concrete bricks to Michigan skyline.
Why are you interrupting?
I'm just trying to follow what's going on. We've gone from concrete blocks to the Michigan skyline.
I'm going somewhere. If you shut the fuck up, I'm gonna get there. Okay?
So you're just taking the scenic route, right?
It's to go observe the skyline of Chicago over Michigan.
From how far away?
I know. I have to wait.
From what height and from what distance?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just trying to get specifics here.
I have to wait for a clear day. So I'm not going to go on a foggy day because I know it.
You still haven't told me how far you're going to be looking.
Why are you always interrupting?
Well, you didn't give me the information. You didn't give me all the information. How far away are you going to be?
I'm going somewhere with it. I'm going somewhere, but I can't get there because...
Well, yeah, but you need to make sure you give me all the information. How far away are you going to be?
Okay. That's irrelevant. and you
Oh, it's
knew
not.
it was it. Yes, it's irrelevant. Okay, it is. And if you would shut the fuck up, you'd understand why I bring up this example. But your brain is
Yeah.
so used to give when you hear Chicago skyline, how long, how far, okay,
Well,
that's
yeah, it's an important
irrelevant.
thing.
Like
So
that.
if you're going to look
No,
at the
that's
Chicago
irrelevant.
skyline, I need to know
Shut
how
up.
far away you're looking
Okay.
at it from.
Okay, look. I'm going, okay, I have the intention. Let's say, okay, it's an example. I want to go observe the famous skyline of Chicago over Michigan Lake. I know that I have to wait for a
From how
clear
far away?
day. So if it's a foggy day that day, I won't go. Okay? Enough of that
Will
example.
you check if it's foggy
Now,
before you go,
that
or
day,
will you just find out when you get
hey,
there?
Enough. Hey, I'm not finished. Okay?
Oh, I'm just getting involved in
hey,
the conversation.
No, hey. So if I want to go observe the skyline, I'm gonna wait for a nice day. Okay? If
A nice day with a high refractive index, yeah.
So if I know that the heat is gonna flex my bricks, I'm not gonna do my.
Wait, why have you got the
experiment
bricks
on a
where you're
day-
going to look for the Chicago skyline?
If I know that the sun, the heat is gonna.
Sorry, so
flex
have you
my
taken the bricks with you?
Why are you always interrupting?
I'm trying to understand the story.
That?
I'm just trying to understand the story. Have you taken the bricks with you to view the Chicago skyline? Yeah, is that right?
Man.
Blue screen of death. That was awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank
Can
you.
I finish with what I was saying?
Yeah, where were we?
Yeah, I know where were we. Okay.
Okay, I'm
So
just making
I
sure
was
that we're
telling
live.
you, okay, because you were.
Okay, go on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. So, okay, the reason why I was bringing up the Chicago skyline example, and you saw how your brain reacted, like your argument were already on the ready, like, how far are you? What's the temperature that day? But I was just talking about it as an example. I know that I have to have a clear view to see the building. So if it's foggy that day, I won't even try to go look at the skyline of Chicago over Michigan Lake. Back to my experiment. I have 2 cinder blocks.
Why
okay?
did you bring
You're
up
telling
Chicago
me-
at all?
What? Okay, back to my experiment. Okay, if I
Yeah,
I have
back to your
2 cinder
experiment. But
blocks,
why did you bring up the Chicago skyline?
I just told you. Were you listening?
Yeah, but
I told you that
you told me that
if
you
the
would go there.
if the condition aren't right that day, I won't go. If it's a foggy day, I won't go. So you're telling me that the heat could bend my bricks. So if it's 30 degrees out, I won't go that day. I'm gonna do my experiment on a day that the heat is
What's
not a
that got to
factor.
do with
Now-
the fact that a variance in temperature will make the bricks warp?
Well, if that day there's no variance in temperature,
There's always a variance in temperature.
oh yeah, there's no day it's 10 degrees all day. There's always variation from 10 to 30 degrees in
Well, no, but it's never going to be exactly 10 the whole day.
Okay, so a variation of 1 degree is gonna make the bricks bend.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, you're such a
It's
moron.
a variation of 1 degree will alter the temperature and the heat energy going into the bricks and change exactly how they work. Oh, he went away. He rage quit when I said that to him. Oh, come back, Kevin. We've got questions for you. Oh, come on. Don't go away. He doesn't understand the concept of thermal expansion and contraction, yeah. What a coward! No, he's gone. He did not like the fact that, yeah, a change in temperature of any kind is going to make things expand and contract. Sorry for the dropout there, guys. And I don't mean Qevin. I mean when the stream dropped out. Damn it! I wanted to ask your questions to him, but he's ran away. Monkey Cat Pat Pat, $5. Qevin, what's flatter, an NHL-sized ice rink or an international-sized ice rink? I'm trying to get him to come back. Poor little French twink, you're right, yeah. Yeah, he should move on to be a professional MMA fighter because he could kick my ass. Fucking hilarious. Monkey Cat Pat Pat, $2 says, Qevin is adorably ignorant. You are not fucking wrong. Kobe Clown, $2 says, actually, NASA paid for the trip. He genuinely thinks that I fucking paid for the final experiment. He says that I'm too moronic. Oh, I know, Icy Spin. I just did that to trigger him. I don't think he's coming back because he's too much of a fucking baby. Everyone go on Facebook and poke at him. Richard Walker, member for 2 months, says, can you pay for me to go as well, please? Yeah, I've got infinite money, apparently. PJ for $10 says, what's your point, Qevin? People have been going to Antarctica for hundreds of years. Were you planning on paying? Sad you're not invited? No one's stopping you from going. Shut the fuck up and go. He's like, will you shut up and listen? He asked me a question. I'm trying to get him back. I'm trying to get him back. Dib gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, my friend. I very much appreciate it. If you became a new member, say thank you to Dib. The Trying Scotsman for £2 says the Flaming Qevin. He's just typing stuff instead of coming back. Tell him he is smart. No, I'm not going to fucking lie. Icy Spin 199 says, Qevin, why is Mars and, I don't know, Jupiter round? His smooth brain is round and he wouldn't know the answer. Yeah, Professor Philip Bell, but that's maths and he wouldn't understand it. He'd be like, maths have numbers, those are letters. There are people... Oh, he's come back. Let's see how many we can get. Oh, you're back.
Do you hear me?
I do. You asked me a question, I answered, and you ran away.
Okay. Look, if the reason why you asked me why you bring up the example of Chicago. You didn't even understand why because you're so intelligent. Okay.
That's why I was asking why, so that you could expand.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Maybe that's why you don't understand, because you don't shut up.
Okay? I was asking a question to clarify.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, the reason why is because if my intention is to go watch the... What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. Hey, do you know what thermal expansion is, dude? Like specific heat capacity. Do you know what these things are?
It says it in the word thermal expansion. I mean, you don't have to be a physicist to understand what it means.
And do you think that cement blocks don't undergo thermal expansion of any kind?
Well, that's what I'm telling you. The factor to take a thermal expansion into account would be heat, right? Because thermal
heat energy specifically, yes.
Okay.
And
so
any change in heat energy will change the thermal expansion rate.
That's why I bring up the example of Chicago. Now, shut up and listen, and you'll follow me.
Chicago thermal expansion. Okay, right.
It's to go observe Chicago over Michigan Lake.
From how far?
I know that I have to shut the fuck up. I know that I have to wait for a clear day. So if it's foggy or
not
raining,
just a clear day, no,
snowing that day, I won't go. So now my experiment is to put blocks together so they stay straight. You tell me that heat would be a factor that would make them bend, or a tank that pass over it. So I'm gonna manage that no tank pass over my cinder blocks, and I'm gonna manage.
How are you gonna make sure there's no tanks to it?
I'm gonna manage that day heat is not a factor.
Oh, so you're gonna control the weather, are you?
I'm not gonna control the weather, just like I can't control the weather over.
Oh, so how are you gonna make sure that any heat change isn't a factor?
I'm gonna wait for the perfect day.
The perfect day where it stays the exact same temperature for 24 hours.
Well, not the exact same temperature, but you're
telling me so there will be a change in temperature.
You're telling me that heat is a factor that could bend my cinder blocks.
I'm telling you that thermal expansion is a thing.
Yeah, it could bend my cinder blocks.
It could warp them, yes.
If it tends degrees, the thermal expansion factor is out.
Do you know the Clifton suspension bridge in Bristol actually expands and contracts by more than 12 meters?
Okay, it's a bridge. Okay, I'm talking about two cinder blocks stuck together. An experiment that I'm gonna do in one day. I'm not talking about the bridge.
And this day you're gonna control the weather. Also, you're gonna make sure there's no tanks around. I don't know how you do that.
But... Yeah. For the tanks, I'm not sure, because there's quite a lot of tanks passing by in my backyard, so I'm not sure. But for the weather, I'm pretty sure I can pick a day that's, not.
You can pick a day where the temperature stays exactly the same for the whole time. Right. Okay. Cool.
With that said, now that we excluded the tanks and the heat.
We haven't excluded the heat. We haven't excluded the heat, though, because there's no day where that happens.
My upcoming structure. Do you have other factors that I should take into consideration so my bricks wouldn't bend?
Yeah. Again, you can't control the weather. There will be some heat change throughout the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Bye for good, Craig. Bye. You're too moronic.
Oh, so is thermal expansion not a thing in your world? He ran away again. Oh. Oh my god. So because I explained to him that thermal expansion happens to be a thing, and he can't control that completely with a cement block out in the open, I'm moronic and he ran away. Oh, I wonder if he'll come back. We'll see if we can get a third rage quit out of him. I was going to try and read in the questions. Mr. Toffees for £2 says, we want fire. Oh, no, Liz K. Kevin's way better than AI. Oh, I guess we're ending the goal then. Eddie Reese, who's been a member for 38 months, says, do they not have fundraising in Quebec? Oh, I'm just going to spam him with memes about running away. Alright, everyone go to him on Facebook and tell him how much of a coward he is. Darkstar4400 for $5 says, Kevin's jealous that no one's paying his way. Poor Kevin. Ad Hoc Warlock for $5 says, before the inevitable rage quit, please get Kevin to say, does your dog bite? Sorry, I was honest, I wanted him to read the answer the questions, but... Dave D for $2 Australian says, FTFE's rich, no more super chats. Sub to his OnlyFans. Yeah, apparently I am like super fucking rich, guys, and I can just pay for everyone to go to fucking Antarctica. Steve6464 $2 says, Flerfs are so fucking easy to trigger. Yes. Yes, they are. Mr. Shonk $5 says, don't listen to him, Craig is a billionaire with a huge mansion, trust me, bro. Does this look like a huge mansion? Monkey Cat Pat Pat $2. Let's think of questions to make Kevin rage quit. I did that. The Grumpy Old Mechanic $5. Why does this critter have so much contempt for skilled, hard-working people? Yeah, because he judges us by his low standards. Slivery, member for 19 months, says, Kevin, where would you refuel a snowmobile? Oh, I know, Tiny Captain, it's fantastic. Monkey Cat Pat Pat for $2 says, ask if we can meet his cat. He doesn't have a cat, that's his dinner for the week. PhD Tony for $5 says, Kevin, listen closely. You are both grotesquely ignorant and possessed of the intellectual agility of toe fungus. You are dead weight and social loss. Fucking Tony. Look, it's not fair when we do this and we compare people to things like toe fungus, because obviously comparing Kevin to toe fungus is completely unfair and uncalled for and unkind. Toe fungus has done nothing to deserve that kind of insult. So I am, on Tony's behalf, sorry to all toe fungus. Wesley Grand Leinard for $5 with their third super chat on the channel. I ate a kid's meal at Mickey D's. His mum wasn't too happy. Yeah, get out of Mickey's house. Arnold $5 says, illustrating an experiment that would dismantle all of modern science with a box of cat food is poetically perfect flirting. Monkey Cat Pat Pat $2 says, when a Flerf pulls out of a box of cat food, buckle up. Monkey Cat Pat Pat for $2 says, what is Kevin's favourite flavour? Purple. Nivox Bilkelman, who's been a member for 12 months, which is once around the sun, says, how many frisky boxes long is LIGO? Wesley Grand Leonard for $2 says, is he Mikey Smith's roommate? Oh my god, could you imagine? Mikey Smith's ganky toe and his dumbness. See if he's responded. Nope, he ran away. I bet he's posting all over fucking Facebook. Tim Davidson for $2 says, I wonder where Voyager 1 is. Just send a message. Back in like 20 odd hours. Mr. Shonk $1. Mr. Shonk $2 says, I am your strongest soldier, Craig. No, that was the one that made Struan and Violet. the ones, not both of them too. Mr. Shonk for $1, Rosie for $1, Mr. Shonk for $1, Monkey Cat Pat for $1, and Mr. Shonk for $1 to help me get the target to make him rage quit, and I did it. I did it twice. Let me heart all those. Then we got with their 5th super chat on the channel, Wesley Grendenard for $2 says, I don't want him on my team, don't convert him please. Oh, there's no converting Qevin. He is smooth brain, like, extraordinaire. Toads in my eyes for $2 says, cat food sausage, 4 out of 5. Oh, I did casual engineer, I roasted him good. Specs, who's been around for 2 months, says, lasers don't bend like that. Rad Vlad, fuck me. Andreas Eldridge for 56 says, why not just go to Venezuela Narrows Bridge in New York and measure how much the support towers lean away from each other? No, because they don't do things that disprove them because it makes them cry. Tim Davison for $2. What is this to do with the price of tea? Everything. The price of tea is very important. PJ $2. Craig lied. Earth flat makes perfect sense. Brave Sir Qevin ran away, bravely ran away when danger reared his ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and fled. Yes, brave Sir Qevin turned about and gallantly he chickened out. Swiftly taken to his feet, he beat a very brave retreat, bravest of the brave Sir Qevin. Thanks, Clive. Yes, Albino, I know I can't pronounce that. Verrazano Narrows Bridge? Verrazano Narrows Bridge. Is that better? Dave D for $5 Australian. Qevin, when your insecurities are so overwhelming that the only way to feel better is by dragging others down to your level, you are truly miserable. Oh no, Craig achieved things in his life. That must be a lie. Tim Davidson for $2 says, how dare you be insulted when I insult you? Monkey Cat Pat Pat gifted a membership. Thank you very much. PJ for $2 says, I'm sad for his cats. He doesn't have cats. That was his dinner. Steve6464 $10 says, Qevin, I believe that Craig was able to get his 2 degrees by 25 because my daughter has a bachelor's and 2 masters all by the time she was 22. Please excuse a father's pride. Well, yeah, I'd be proud of that as well. But again, this is Kevin's problem. He judges us by his low standards. Albino Bad Guy for $2 says, Adam Savage has some great videos about tolerances. He didn't even know what it was. It's fucking hilarious. Eddie Reese, $5 says, having the correct tool for a job apparently doesn't make any sense. Fucking wild. JSS Tiger, $10. The flattest concrete slabs in the world, super flats, are about 0.04 inches to 10 feet of surface distance. The curve of the Earth is about 0.000002 inches over that distance. General E. Shady says he's had the cat for 4 years and can't open the package. The cat's dead. Sir Little Wolf, what is Qevin eating right? Meow. Icy Spin 199 says level does not equal flat. Oh, and he's giving me a Qevin the Scientist picture. Thank you, very good. Oh god, you guys are fucking so generous with the chats. Albino Bad Guy became a new member. Thank you very much. Welcome to Scrappers. Nick N for $5 Canadian says, I don't speak French. Come on, Lucy. You can help me out here. Verify that you are human. Why is the robot asking me to verify? The lice and the crabs under my girlfriend's skirt are now in my blue jeans, the butterflies of love. Is that what you just said? What the actual fuck? Rosie for $5 says, Kevin, your mother is a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. He ain't coming back, is he? I might just block him again. Monkey Cat Pat Pat $1, thank you very much. Cow for $2, just saying hi. Hi, Cow. Tim Davidson for $10. Wall brick has the highest flexural strength, which is 2.15 Newton meters 2.15 Newton per millimeter squared, followed by beam brick, which is 1.9 Newtons per millimeter squared, and the lowest flexural strength is column brick, which is 1.65 Newtons per millimeter squared. Numbers, they scare Flerfs. Otto, who's been a member for 12 months, once around the sun, says, Kevin is an absolute fucking moron, don't be mean to morons. Monkey Cat Pat Pat, $2. Hi Kevin, I'm Craig. Let's be best friends forever. Don't fucking say that. Icy Spin 199 says, hashtag rage quit contributor. Lord Luminous Poof, $2. Xenomorph squats, little butt comes out, poops. Thanks for that. Gareth Bunting for £2 says, Le fur sur le cheval et de brie. I'm not translating that. Rosie for $2. Why do we care about a couple of bricks? Kevin was obsessed with the bricks. And then Rosie gave another $2. Thank you. Toads in My Eyes for $2 says... Oh, where'd it go? It jumped. So there's no evidence of flat, as always. Not, you new here. Otto for $2. Where can I buy one of Kevin's hats? You don't want it. KJ Smith for $2. He needs to come up with a better experiment, lol. Yeah, for your 5th super chat on the channel, you are not wrong. Rachbot has been a member for 59 fucking months, says, fatality! FTFE wins. Let's fill the chat with naked FTFE emojis, please. Pardon me. Rosie for $5 says, while Toon is at the final experiment, you should get McFlatty on here. Or as his mum grounded him for eating crayons again. Yeah, he's been grounded. It wasn't crayons. It was like all the Christmas candy, but he didn't take any of the wrappers off. So, I mean, he had to get his stomach pumped and everything. And it's just been horrible. I know it's late, Icy Spin. I'll be going to bed soon. JSS Tiger $5 says, I was wrong about my previous super chat. Super flat concrete floors are 0.04 inches per foot of surface. Earth curve is 0.000003 inches. Well, even worse. Rosie for $2. Cement blocks transmit sound via flex. That more things to confuse him with. Look at all the naked FTFEs. Rosie for $5 says, brave Sir Kevin turned about and gallantly he chickened out. Oh, brave Sir Kevin. Icy Spin. Chuck Norris's buildings don't follow a curve. Thank you. Rosie, read that one. Justin Darkcloud for $2.79 Canadian says, Kevin is French Canadian. Big difference. Yeah, the rest of Canada does not claim him. And David for €2. Kevin reminds me of my uncle after he had 20 beers. Your uncle was way more intelligent than Kevin after he had 20 beers. Drunk Craig debating would be hilarious. I would get in so much fucking problems. Thank you very much for being here, guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow with some super special stuff. And then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. Because I've got to keep you entertained while they're off, like, in Antarctica. Professor Philip Bell for $2. This is a scary time for Flat Earth grifters. Go, the final experiment.
That airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
Good morning. These words come with a storm warning. Better batten down the hatches, grab some matches and brace yourself. for a long day of misery. YouTube has given me the power to reach up into the sky and show you all that we live on a ball. I bring you science that's comprehensible. Your view is indefensible. You're reprehensible. Go on, Mr. Sensible. When I was young, I never thought I would be here to see this. A pile of random nonsense dressed up as bulls. Your ignorance will be the death of us all, like running head first, full speed into a wall. You could always read a book, buy a telescope, set it up and take a photo of the moon, or just be a buffoon. I send you in a balloon up to the stratosphere, page 3.
You're a few fries short of a happy meal. You're dumber than a box of hair. The wheel's spinning but the hamster's dead, and you're as smart as bait. You forgot to pay your brain bill. You're missing a few buttons on the remote control. 24 cents short of a quarter. You're surfing in Nebraska. You're as bright as Alaska in December, and you fell out of your family tree. You don't have all the cornflakes in one box. You got an IQ of 2 and it takes 3 to grunt. The elevator doesn't go all the way up, and there's a vacancy on the top floor. Your antenna doesn't pick up all the channels. You're several nuts short of a
You're Mr.
fruitcake.
Sensible, calm down, don't go too hard. You don't need the hard Siberian Flerfs in your backyard. You're a man of science, poise and grace. Mage 2 did everything to wipe the grins off the face. So Nathan, get away from those kids. The world is not flat and it doesn't have a lid. Recognize the differences between the textbook and the Bible and control yourself. Lay off your slander and your lies. You're a bunch of knobs poisoning the well of the youth, spreading lies that you like to claim as knowledge and truth. Stop spreading fresh bullshit like the butter on your bread. Maybe your musical assault will knock some sense into your head. I hope one day you'll hear these lyrics and smile, and you realize you used to be a 40-year-old child. Now it's time to wake up, open your eyes and see, and acknowledge the existence of.
You're a few clowns short of a circus. Your phone is off the hook. Your sewing machine is out of thread. You're all foam and no beer. You don't have all your dogs on one leash. An intellect rivaled only by garden tools. There's no grain in your silo, and your skylight leaks a little. Your belt doesn't go through all the loops. You couldn't pour water out of a boot without instructions on the heel. Your slinky's kinked, and you're proof that evolution can work in reverse. A few feathers short of a whole duck, one fruit short of a full bowl.
Airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Should be wishing for a brain right now, brain right now, brain right now.
You thought it was over? Well, I'm still standing while you're swinging, flinging feces, talking shit just like the human centipede. You got the mind of a chimp, and I'm here to expedite your shore leave. Cause I'm a seaman, but not the kind I rit up when your mum's gums. I'm the kind that sailed submarines and fired guns. I could float a boat across the ocean with my eyes closed, circumnavigate the globe with a compass and a bag of sausage rolls. Well, all you can do is nibble on your toes. I'll smack you with the hose that you call the water level, sit and swivel. You nasal gazing muppet, you can stuff it harder than the wallet stuffed by Warren Buffett. And I don't care about your sauces unless you're serving them, and I don't care about your lines unless you're curving them. Now step away from me, you're sucking up my oxygen with the vacuum where your brain should be, you dumb fuck. Thank you everyone for watching both the streams tonight. Thank you incredibly for the support in super chats and memberships. It's always mind-blowing the level of support you guys got. I appreciate you, and I love you all so much. Not you, Gary, shut the fuck up, you know what you did. That was Qevin getting roasted and destroyed. Earlier on you saw Flatzoid not understanding anything. We're going to get Flatzoid again. I've got another debate on Thursday. Tomorrow and Wednesday I'm going to be basically covering for Toon. Then debate Saturday. Oh god, there's loads of stuff coming up. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's amazing. Always, you guys fuel me. And Rachbot, Borg Emporia, Generally Shady, Sir Little Wolf, all you amazing people that keep me going. I really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, stupidity's not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. 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 Fight the flat.
Nathan Oakley, and I've been lying to people about the Earth being flat for a lot of years. I did this to hide the fact I have a small penis.
I'm a dumb flat earther, and I don't understand science.
Level. 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 Level.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!